This week is going to be a massive week for Bitcoin and for cryptocurrency. And today, when the weekly candle closes, we are going to have 100% confirmation of a massive signal that is printing right now. We are going to be diving deep into the charts. I know you're going to be surprised about what we see, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell because we are bringing you the juiciest and the most timely Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. First of all, Bitcoin market capitalization has gone up quite a bit during the past week. Since the news of Silicon Valley Bank going under, we have seen about $160 billion come into Bitcoin. What does this mean? This means actual money has been driving the price action upward. This is not a short squeeze. This is not some kind of weird anomaly. There are billions of dollars flooding into Bitcoin right now, and we have seen a 42% increase in the total amount of money that is coming into Bitcoin. Why is this so important? People are concerned about the banks collapsing. People are concerned about stablecoins collapsing. And Bitcoin is starting to be seen as what it was originally meant to be, a safe haven from the current corrupt financial system. And when we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, we also see on the weekly time frame, money flow is coming up. On this weekly market Cipher B, we are seeing the purple money flow start to cross into the blue, which is a very, very powerful signal. When we get weekly money flow crosses on Bitcoin, as we did back here in March 2022, it marked the beginning of a massive move to the downside. Basically, it marked the beginning of a 53% move to the downside. So we can imagine what will happen when the money flow crosses back into the blue. And when we take a look at these lower time frames, like the 4-hour, even as we consolidate here, printing slightly bearish divergences on this 4-hour time frame, look at the money flow right now. The money flow is getting very, very thick on the 4-hour market Cipher B. And when money flow gets very, very thick and we start to print green dots around this area, it can actually give us very, very powerful moves to the upside. So when we just zoom out and look at this chart, we can see that, yes, this is a bullish chart, objectively speaking. When we go to the weekly time frame, we have now been putting in higher highs and higher lows since November. Our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low, and our higher high, officially now taking out the previous higher high on the weekly and the monthly time frame. We have officially flipped into bullish market structure on the weekly time frame. And basically, when we are in bullish market structure on the weekly time frame, this means there is more probability that we go more to the upside than to the downside, right? If we were trading this on the 1-hour time frame, we would look at this and say we have officially broken market structure. We can now look for the higher highs and the higher lows to continue. In addition to that, we are officially breaking out of some massive zones of resistance. We have the 200-week moving average coming in right now at around $25,420. If this weekly candle can close above the 200-week moving average, I believe we are going to see a massive push to the upside, more than what most people are expecting. Now, a lot of people are still remaining bearish. We do have the FOMC meeting later on this week. We're going to be talking about that. But in addition, we have this very, very key trend line that Bitcoin is also breaking out of and retesting right now. This was our resistance at the all-time high. It was our resistance at the April 2022 high. And then we have broken out. We have retested it on the weekly with a very, very bullish wick. And now we are getting a very big bounce to the upside. Okay, this is very, very important right now. When this weekly candle closes, in my opinion, that will be confirmation of a macro Bitcoin trend reversal. And again, the reason why I maintain so much of a bullish bias right here is because not only are we seeing resistances being flipped to support, but we're also seeing the money come into Bitcoin. And in addition to that, all the supports that we are coming back down to in these pullbacks have been very, very short-lived, right? We gave the level in the Casper Crew VIP Discord from 19,552. That's the swing long trade that I am currently still in right now. We gave the long from 24,031. We gave the long from 24,650-ish. And all of these long trades that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, these supports have been holding with quick bounces. And by the way, if you want to join the Casper Crew, where every single day we give our trade setups, we give our levels, we do 3 live streams a day. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. And to take advantage of trading on ByBit with 0% limit fees, make sure to click the link in the description of the video because it's actually a really, really good deal for people who want to trade on ByBit without having those fees cut into your profits. This is great if you are trading on the lower term time frames like we often do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And yes, you get 0% limit fees for derivative contracts. Also, if you deposit $100, you get 1 month free of our tool, the Crypto Fusion trading bot. And guys, if you don't know how to trade, please don't sign up on ByBit. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to get rich in the bull market trading on ByBit if you don't know what you're doing, right? This is an accumulate and grow an account slowly over time scheme. And if you want to learn how to do that, check out the course. There's a 20% discount in the description. This will teach you how to do this right. Okay, so this week, very, very historic FOMC meeting. The Fed is going to be announcing the new rate hike. Are they going to hike rates at all? Right now, if we take a look at the CME Group Market Watch website, we can see that 38% of people are expecting that the Fed is not going to raise rates at all, and 62% are expecting a 25 basis point raise. This is huge because due to all the banks collapsing, the Fed once again is in between a rock and a hard place. If they don't want the banks to keep collapsing, they're going to have to bail out these banks somehow, right? Which somehow means they're going to have to put money into circulation that wasn't into circulation before. And the first step of moving in that direction is to stop raising interest rates. Now, it's a give and take. For the past year, the Fed has been raising rates to lower inflation. But the problem when you raise interest rates, first of all, it creates a stronger dollar, which makes Bitcoin and stocks go down in value because we're comparing everything to the dollar. So if the dollar gets stronger, that means other assets, when compared to the dollar, are going to go down in price. It lowers inflation when they raise rates, but it also gets banks wrecked. Okay, banks get wrecked when interest rates go up. They lose money. Now, on the other side of this give and take is printing money and stimulating the economy. This keeps banks afloat. This is how the Fed bailed out banks in 2008, 2009, by basically stimulating the economy, giving banks money when banks didn't have money. This increases inflation, which means the value of the dollar goes down. But when we're comparing risk assets to the value of the dollar, those things will go up. Think about it. If $1 has less purchasing power, that means it will take more dollars to buy something. So if we're looking at Bitcoin and inflation is going up, meaning the dollar is getting weaker, that means it will take more dollars to buy one Bitcoin. AKA the price of Bitcoin goes up, right? So this is very interesting. If the Fed decides not to raise interest rates, this could be the added juicy secret sauce to our massive bullish scenario that could really push Bitcoin to some crazy price targets. Okay, very important. Now, when we take a look at the dollar, we can see something that is very crucial. The dollar right now is sitting at this 103.509 level, which is the top of a channel that we have literally been trading since December 2014. What does this mean? If the dollar is going to get weaker, if the dollar is going to go down in value and we come back down into this range, it's more probable than not that we see the dollar actually come back down to the key zone of support. And we can look at this as just a bearish deviation outside of the range. And now we're going to come back down into the range, very similar to the Bitcoin chart, where we have been trading this channel on the Bitcoin chart. We could look at this as a bullish deviation below, and then we come back in and fill to the upside, right? The dollar is inversely correlated to Bitcoin. When we have a weak dollar, we have a strong Bitcoin, and vice versa. And when the Bitcoin hit its all-time high, the dollar was trading down here at the bottom of the range. April 2021, the top of the Bitcoin bull cycle, was the bottom of the dollar, right? Now we've seen Bitcoin, the bear cycle has bottomed out according to many high time frame indications. And we're basically seeing the dollar is ready to fall back down into its massive range. Bitcoin is ready to pump back up into its massive range. And it really depends a lot, in my opinion, on what the Fed does this Wednesday. If they raise rates, we might not see as much of a bullish move. But here's the thing. I look at no matter what happens right now as a bullish scenario for Bitcoin. And here's why. If the Fed does raise rates, we're going to see more banks go under and more people are going to be putting their money into crypto, because if banks are going under, people are not going to want to keep their money in crypto. That is bullish for crypto. If the Fed stops raising rates, that is bullish for crypto, because we are going to see the dollar get weaker and people are not going to want to keep their money in dollars. They're going to be looking into crypto for a safe haven. I kind of look at this as a win-win situation. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out, guys. This is very, very juicy times that we're in right now. So we need to be paying attention to these charts. These are historic times. That is it for today's video. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you are very, very blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.